America's Purdue Boilermakers, number one in the country, taken down in Bloomington this weekend by Indiana. Congratulations to IU, by the way, for winning their third matchup in the last 16. That's big for little brother
they did win,
in Indiana.
Though, correct? Yeah,
they did
won.
win.
Yes, okay.
John, Purdue still number one in the entire country. I know my answer to this, but I'll come to you first. Zach Edey didn't get a lot of help. Should Purdue still be number one?
Purdue's fine. Purdue should still be number one. And on top of that, I don't think we need to go into full Zach Edey needs help mode. Look,
the guy needs help.
You lost a close one in a tough place to play in conference. Tough to win conference road games. On top of that, look, if he needs help, what's he doing? He's already getting all the rebounds. He's already scoring 23 a game. Look, here's what I'll give you. I told you this before the show. Braden Smith, Mason Gillis, they each shoot just below 40% from three. If they can get more threes in, they're each below 10 points per game. They can reliably score from three. I like that.
It was a little bit of hyperbole from me, but the fact was in this game, Zach Edey did need help because he puts up 33 and 18. That'll get it done most of the time. But when you have only one other player in double figures, that's not going to get it done. And we knew this could be a possibility. Purdue, it's been surprising, boasts an all-freshman backcourt. You knew going into Assembly Hall, that might be an issue. First half looked like jitters. 11 turnovers, 16 on the day. You can't do that and expect to beat, it pains me to say, a good Indiana basketball team. If you turn the ball over like that, the freshmen act like freshmen, it's not going to go too well. Regardless, this is the team, still has the best resume in all of college basketball. 9 quad one wins, the best of anybody in the country outside of Kansas, who also has 9. You can't take them out of the number one spot just because they lose by 5 on the road to a really good Indiana team.
Exactly, and really good Indiana team is a big part of it too. They're 16 and 7. 6 of those 7 losses are against quad one teams too. So it's not like Indiana came into this one as little sisters of the poor. I like where Indiana's headed. I think the Purdue's fine. I think you still play through Zach Edey.
Exactly. I mean, 6 points between 2 losses to Rutgers and IU. You can't push the panic button if you're Purdue. Even me, with how negative I am. That's all I got to say.
Rutgers, watch out for them. They got the S back. They certainly did.
Back on No Pulp, Cameron's there with you. Nick Zelaya to my left. Lots to talk about after this past week. A lot of buzzer beaters. But I'm going to quite the comeback and quite the installment of clips. Iowa takes down Michigan State, but I want you to watch Iowa's head coach and then everything that ensues afterward. Probably the best stare down you've ever seen, and then one of the best comebacks you'll ever see. Down 13 with 1:30 left. Iowa makes 6 straight threes, goes on a fouling entourage, and it works. Michigan State misses a couple of free throws, and Nick, this was the shot to tie things up. Boom. Actually, they were down 2. This was the shot to tie. At this point, I didn't know which shot was to tie things up because I'm just shocked that Iowa even had a chance. Iowa wins. Probably the best sequence I've ever seen in all of college basketball.
I saw on Twitter someone took the under in this game.
Oh.
That's tough. There were millions of buzzer beaters this past weekend, but I had to go to a ferocious dunk. And we go to the Big Ten. Ohio State and Illinois. And I'm going to introduce you to the freshman Bryce Sensabaugh. He was on a fast break, and let's just say he threw it all over Matthew Meyer. The stare down, too, makes it awesome. Turning defense into offense, just one-handed. That felt like an awkward angle, too, but he just, oh my
You
Lord.
can do that, right?
I wish. God, that was a sick dunk, and Ohio State, they've had a tough year, but cool play there.
I think that will maybe nullify some of the bad losses.
Welcome back into No Pulp. Calvin Christopher with Johnny Gadamowitz, and now Joey Brackett's in the building. You've heard of Joe Lunardi. You've heard of Charlie Cream. You've heard of Carson Fowler. It is Joe Puccio in the building now to break down who is in and who is out of the NCAA tournament. Going to give us his top 4 seeds as well. Joe, welcome to the program. Ever had a Starry?
Yeah, I have, and they're pretty tasty. I wish I could have 6 more.
Lemon lime flavor at the end of that Starry, but we'll start with this. I'll give you some flavor, okay? There's a lot of teams on the bubble right now, and there's 4 that really want those last 4 spots in the NCAA tournament. I'm dying to know, who are your last 4 teams in?
My last 4, we'll start with Clemson out of the ACC, a conference that has been disrespected all season long. I think the Tigers get 1 win in the ACC tournament. They hung with Virginia earlier in the season, so I like Clemson to get in. Penn State out of the Big Ten, football school, golf school, now basketball school. The last 4 in. Nevada's one of those teams that, they might not play well all season, might not hear about them, but They have to play San Jose State in the conference tournament. The only good Spartans are over in New Hartford. So we know that San Jose is going to lose that game, and Nevada gets itself into the tournament. And then Oklahoma State. Look, the Cowboys have to play the Sooners in the first round of the Big 12 tournament. I think as you guys are sensing a theme, right? If you get one win in your conference tournament, you can get in. The Sooners are the only sub-500 team in the Big 12, so I like the Cowboys.
Hold on. Did I just see, though, I like the Tigers getting in. I love Clemson, a team going down the stretch here in the ACC.
Too, yeah.
Did I just see North Carolina in the first 4 out?
Oh, yes, you did. North Carolina has a lot of question marks in my eyes. Only one win in the Quad 1. Then the same boat as Michigan, right? These are two teams that you would think are collegiate powerhouses, but they fall right out. And then right above them, Mississippi State and Utah State. I think Mississippi State is a victim of a really good SEC. And then Utah State's the team that every single year, look, they don't call me Joey Brackets for nothing.
There's
one team in March Madness every year that gets kicked out for no reason. No one knows why. They're a good enough team to play in the
Syracuse
68.
last year.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And now Utah State is going to be that team this year. So in my eyes, the teams that are playing in the first 4 are either in tough conferences or they just haven't played stellar basketball in anything that's inspiring that can win them games in March.
I think Carolina gets in. I think, Johnny, you might agree.
No.
So you asked me 2 weeks ago. I do. That loss to Duke didn't help.
Roll the
them.
beat.
Baycott's the only guy.
Oh, we don't
think we have
that.
that.
Yeah.
But I got a story for you if you
All
want
right,
it.
so
Johnny,
enough stories. Enough with the stories. I've had enough of the stories. You can only have so much sugar, right?
I want to sip.
You want a Sprite?
Should we?
Yeah,
Should we
just-
try another one? All right.
Hartford. The Hartford Hawks played their final game as a D1 program, a 75-53 loss to Chicago State. And you ask yourself, how did this happen? University of Hartford president Gregory Woodward, he's the one who spearheaded this transition, and it was a decision that was made immediately after the men's basketball team made their first NCAA tournament a couple of years ago. He lied on his resume about playing D1 sports when he was in college, lied about being in his high school's Hall of Fame. I don't think he should be in charge of an athletic program like that, and it really shouldn't have ended this way. It shouldn't have ended with a whimper in mid-February for the Hartford Hawks. They deserve better.
We're going to be predicting some conference tourney winners here. Calvin, we'll start with you first. Who do you like?
I'll put a starry down on the table on Marquette. This is a team right now playing very good basketball. One loss since mid-January, a Marquette team 8-4. On the road, they can win outside of Milwaukee. That's why I like Marquette to win the Big East tournament. The number 6 team in the nation under Shaka Smart knows how to win.
I'm going with UConn to win the Big East
Huskies.
tournament right here. Yeah, they've thrown people off
That's
the
ridiculous.
scent.
You might need a starry to think about that one.
Well, look, you talk all about this Marquette team, but they don't
Smart.
want any part of this UConn team. When they squared off, UConn 21 offensive rebounds, Marquette 24 total rebounds. UConn second in the nation in rebound rate. Marquette 300 spots lower at 302. Take that. Marquette doesn't want that physicality. UConn's taking it in the Big East.
We're going Marquette. Calvin takes round 1.
15th seeded Princeton not only upset Arizona in the first round, but made it to the Sweet 16. Is this the most impressive run by a 15 seed so far?
I'm going to say not quite yet because St. Peter's went to the Elite Eight, obviously, but that's not to take anything away from Princeton. The Tigers have dominated their way now to the Sweet 16. That game against Missouri wasn't remotely close. Princeton takes almost a 20-point lead and out-rebounds an SEC team, John, by 14. They blitzed the Tigers. It wasn't remotely close.
And Mizzou prided itself on defense all year long. And Princeton, it just looked like it was in an Ivy League game in the regular conference play. I'm with you, too, that I wouldn't go as far as saying it's the best 15 seed. I'm still partial to Dunk City. They were the first ones that did it. Hey, Princeton's, your run isn't over yet. You still got Creighton. Creighton's been playing really well, but the way Princeton's been playing, they could knock them off.
I know Creighton's been playing really well, but if you're Princeton, you say why not, especially after the performance they put up against Mizzou.
his first